I've been spamming this quiz in the link in the description for about a week or so now, so I think it's finally time for us to tackle it. This is the NBA cross-conference blackout. Can you black out the grid by naming NBA players for each combination of a Western Conference team and Eastern Conference team? But the player must have played at least 50 games with both teams. So we gotta think about somebody in NBA history that's played for the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks at least 50 games. And we have to do this across all 15 teams in the East versus all 15 teams out West. Like I said, it's been spammed to me for a little while and we finally here. If y'all enjoyed this version, there's a strictly Eastern Conference one and a strictly Western Conference one that people say is harder because it's less options. So if you like this, leave it a like. Let's get into it. Okay, so I actually have a strategy going into this one. I am going to name as many journeymans as I can to start off with, like Ish and Joe Smith. 46 combinations, just like that. That's number one. Number two is like Anthony Tolliver. It's like Trevor Ariza. It's like Chucky Brown. Yes, it's like Jamal Crawford played for a decent amount of teams. Who else am I forgetting? I said T-Riz. I had a couple people in mind going into this because I'll be honest with you. I haven't played it, of course, because I'll never play a quiz before I start filming. But I did read this and decided to think things through before I hit record. So there's a couple more journeyman names that I have that I'm fumbling the bag right now. We already got 76 without even really thinking. Just putting journeymen together. What about like Thomas? Jared Jack and then Jim Jackson. Boom! Those are two more journeymen. Think about it, Kenny. Think about it, Kenny. We haven't got a single OKC one right. So let's do like Kevin Durant. There we go. We got Brooklyn and OKC down. We could get Westbrook because he... Ooh. Oh, no. Russell Westbrook is going to get Washington and OKC done. Great. And it should have got Washington and Houston done. It does. Okay, great. Okay, just think about it like that, Kenny. You know, when we think about the Memphis Grizzlies, let's get the Causal brothers because both of them play for at least one Eastern Conference and one Western Conference team. Who else? Tony Allen played for the Celtics and the Memphis Grizzlies. Jay Crowder's a good one. Jay Crowder done played for like 1,000 teams. I feel like great. Steve Blake. Great, another journeyman. Listen, I ain't even really thought about it just yet, and we still spazzing a little bit. More Memphis Grizzly players that, you know, been in and out of the lineup. How about Mike Miller? Oh my God, Miller just gave us a ton. This is not a Grizzly one, but I was thinking about Mike Miller and thinking about Scott Pollard gave us nothing. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit iffy. What about the Kings? Where are we at with the Kings? Oh, we're almost done with the Kings section. The Kings and the Brooklyn Nets. We got like Timothy Luwawu Cabarro, right? Then he played for the Kings. I'm not spelling that out. Kings in New York. Okay, I put Trey Burke. Did that get the Kings in New York? No. Okay, interesting. Trey Burke played for like Utah. He played for a lot of different teams. Remember that we're talking about a player that had to play at least 50 games with both teams. So I got to keep that in mind. What about like Vince Carter? Great. Kevin Willis. These are some other journeymen that came to mind. Okay, I think we're done just guessing journeyman, and now we got to start thinking team by team basis. Like Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap played for the Atlanta Hawks, and he also played for the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz in Brooklyn has like Enes Kanter. No. Okay. Freedom? Do I type in Freedom? Okay, no. Well, I guess he played for the Knicks. Stupid. Come on, man. Lock in. Charlotte in Utah has like Al Jefferson. Boom. See, like I pride myself on being able to picture a player in a specific jersey and putting it together. So this should be a quiz that I'm pretty solid at. And so far I've been all right, I guess. Utah and the Detroit Pistons. I just got Tobias Harris for some other stuff. So that's pretty good. We're almost done with the Washington Wizards completely. We need one player that played for the Wizards, but also played for the Golden State Warriors. Okay, I kind of just spammed. I went Rondo, Garnett, and Pierce without even thinking. I just saw Boston and decided to just go players in Boston history. And we just narrowed down a bunch of Celtics players, which is dope. Man. See, my brain right now is not functioning the way it should. I'm only thinking like the last couple seasons when in reality, we should be thinking way bigger picture. We got to be thinking about 90s. Dennis Rodman. See, we got to be thinking about 90s. We got to think about the 80s and stuff like that. I think I'm thinking too short term. Cal Singler. Come on, man. No? Wait, okay. OKC and Denver. Not Denver. Detroit. I already got OKC and Detroit. I was about to say Cal Sigler has to be a lock. Okay, so that's done. Serge Ibaka, great. Steven Adams, thank you. Okay. Oh, that probably wasn't even Steven Adams on that one, low key, because I was thinking OKC and Memphis, but I think we had already did OKC and OKC and Memphis are in the same conference. Kenny, duh. We thinking cross conferences. All right. LeBron and James and James Jones. Wait, did I do Jones? Yes. Come on, lock in. We got like 35 more. Oh, my math is terrible. 30 more exactly. Oh, man, that's terrible, man. That's why I dropped out. Okay. Chicago Bulls. Let's try to get Chicago Bulls out of the way. Dallas Mavericks, Chicago Bulls, Tyson Chandler. Great. Chicago Bulls, OKC, Taj Gibson. That should be a fact. Maybe Taj Gibson didn't play 50 games for OKC, but we traded Taj Gibson to OKC to get Cameron Payne. So Cameron Payne fits the criteria. There we go. So the Bulls one is done. All right, Detroit basketball. Somebody that played for the Detroit Pistons, but also played for the Dallas Mavericks. This doesn't fit at all, but I was just thinking about Davis Bertans for some reason. Okay, what about Boban Marjanovic? Does it? There it is. There it is. Okay. Denver and Detroit. Denver and Detroit. I want to say like Chucky Atkins. No. Okay, maybe I'm bugging. Denver and Detroit. Allen Iverson. Beautiful. Okay. And then Detroit and Utah. Man, I feel like Detroit and Utah has definitely made a trade together in the last 10 years or so that I should be getting. I'm going to skip it. Okay. LA Lakers in Atlanta. The Lakers one should low-key be kind of easy because in the last 5 years or so, there's been so much roster turnaround. We should be able to get people that played but they had to play at least 50 games with the Lakers. So maybe the quick roster turnaround is not the route we should be thinking. Ooh, wait, we already did Jackson. Man, I'm looking at San Antonio and Boston, and I'm so mad at myself because I feel like it's somebody. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed. I know it's somebody, and I can somewhat picture it, but not picture it completely, which is not. I mean, I don't. What do I say about that? Mo Harkless. Thank you. Mo Harkless gives us Orlando and Portland. Cool. Portland and Charlotte. Okay, I just put Grant in. That could have been Horace Grant. That could have been Jeremy Grant. There's a lot of Grants in NBA history, so that's a go. Maybe we should just be thinking. I should just be thinking generic last names. Williams. We already did Smith, then we right. Williams, Smith. What are the most generic names? Thomas. Did I do Thomas already? I did. Okay. What are the most generic names in NBA history? The most common last names in NBA history. Man. Okay. I think I'm doing pretty solid. I want to completely black out the board, but I only got 8 minutes to think about. At this point, we probably have to go super specific with things. Like Lamar Odom. Boom. Lamar Odom played for the Clippers, and he also played for the Miami Heat. Okay, so that's a good pool. OKC and Cleveland. This is not it, but Cal Korver had to be for something. I knew he had to be for something. OKC and Cleveland. Oh, man. I just typed in Robinson, and something in this area went away. I just thought about another generic last name, and that's what happened. I'm kind of getting veiled by the generic last names. It's like it's preventing me from thinking, which I guess is fine. We only got a few more here, though. Denver and Milwaukee. Man, Denver and Milwaukee. And I know some of y'all are yelling at the screens because I'm fumbling the bag on some of these are blatantly obvious. I'm already knowing. Milwaukee and the Pelicans is Drew Holiday. See, this is what I mean. Some of these are blatantly easy, and I'm just overthinking it. OKC and OKC is giving me the most problems, and Utah. These are the two teams left that I have, 3 of. Utah and what is that? Detroit Pistons. Greg Monroe? No, see. Dang, bro. Who am I thinking about? I don't know. Miami and Utah, and then Orlando and Utah. Is it cheating if I pause the timer? 5 minutes is a ton of time to kind of think these through. But like these are the type of quizzes that I don't want to be bound to a stop clock. I just want to think it through. I want to get a perfect score here. Is it cheating if I just hit the pause and just sit here like this? Is it? But no, I can't do that because I need to see the board. I need to see the board. I can't be or I could be like OKC Atlanta. Pause. Okay. OKC Atlanta. OKC Atlanta. Can I Google somebody's name just because I don't know how to spell it? Okay. I didn't know how to spell it, but the name was here itself. Tabocephalosha. Boom. There we go. OKC Atlanta. Great. All right, now OKC Charlotte is a little bit more difficult. My mind keeps going to backup point guards under Russell Westbrook. Okay, their Fisher was there for at least a season. But I need to think bigger. But every time I think OKC, I'm thinking backup point guard for some reason. I don't know why. I'm thinking backup point guard. We got Cleveland and OKC. Is there somebody that was on some LeBron teams that came over from OKC? I'm pausing and thinking through. I'm thinking about LeBron teams, Cleveland version of LeBron teams that would have also played in OKC. Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp played for the Seattle Sonics and then ended up getting traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. See, this is what I'm thinking. You got to stop thinking so small and you got to think big. And that's how I got to the Seattle Supersonics to get Shawn Kemp. Great. Now it's got me thinking, is there somebody else like... I got Ellis. I was thinking Dale Ellis, but I got somebody else down there. Okay. We got 10 more to go, 4 more minutes. There's got to be somebody else in Seattle Supersonic history that ended up in Charlotte, right? I just typed in Jordan. And something went away. I don't know what it was. Hey, I take all the W's I could get. You know what Jordan that you ask? I don't. DeAndre Jordan. It was a possibility, I guess. Can I just start typing in random? Okay, no, stop. No more random names. We're almost done with Boston. Boston and the Spurs. This is one that's bothering the heck out of me because I swear it's there. Okay, I put Wallace, thinking Rasheed Wallace for some reason. But that wasn't it, but it got rid of something. Ben Wallace. It probably got rid of Ben Wallace for something. Okay, so that's not it, but I'll take a point. Oh, man. I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay, what about Memphis? Memphis has 2 left. Utah has 3. Memphis and the 76ers is one I ain't even thought about. Did Iverson not work for that? Iverson? Okay, I guess he didn't play 50 games with the Grizzlies. It's got to be somebody else, though. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't somebody else. Let's talk about the entirety of NBA history here. Philly and Memphis, right? Let me just make sure I'm lining it up. Okay, Philly and Memphis. I mean, D'Anthony Melton ain't played 50 games yet, but he would have been I'm going to type it in anyway. Yeah, it would have been a good one, but he ain't played 50 games. He just got traded to Philly, like, this season. So it's not him. I just put in Anthony. Did they just get rid of Denver? And the Knicks? Something went away. No, it was Memphis. Anthony. Who did I was thinking Joel Anthony, trying to think about some people that played on Miami that might have been journeymen and ended up with the Warriors. We only got a minute and a half left, so I'm definitely not going to get a perfect score on this one. I mean, we got rid of a ton of the board, which is great. Utah obviously has given me the most problems. Utah's given me the most problems, so I'm a little disappointed. Like, Bojan Bogdanovic will fit here if he's played, the 50 games, but he just got traded there. Miami and Utah. Yeah. Do I just call it with a minute to go and say, hey, we used the whole 15? I will. Please tell me. Oh, they don't give you answers. No. Okay. I'm mad that they don't give me answers. I need answers. What is this? I need answers, but we don't get any. Anyway, we got a 97. The average is a 74, so we did well above average, but it wasn't perfect. And I strive for perfection when it comes to quizzes. But if you got any more you want to see me do, hit the link in the description and send them my way that way.